Welcome to my last build and last video in general for Remnant from the Ashes, at least for now. Everything you see has been recorded on hard and I wasn't overleveled in any way, shape or form. Rating versus zone was the same, with defense being lower than it should be, meaning I'm taking more damage. In terms of traits, this build is nothing unique, but I'm using gear setup that I haven't tried before and it turned out to be one of the most overpowered builds that I've used since the game's release date. Note that I'm playing vanilla version, meaning without game being updated, so some things are not as good anymore as they are in this video. They are still amazing, but not to that exact level as shown in the video. Nonetheless, everything here that you see still works fantastic, so there should be no issues. Setup that I'm using is this. In pistol slot I'm using submachine gun because of its fast rate of fire with swarm mod. Swarm mod is absolutely amazing, but it has been nerfed recently, meaning fire rate won't affect it anymore. So it won't be as good as shown in the video, but it's still a very good mod nonetheless. As my primary weapon, I'm using Particle Accelerator. This weapon is simply amazing with this setup. It serves as sniper rifle for picking off enemies from afar. It can do massive one-shot damage at times, depending on how lucky we are. And with this trait setup, it serves as semi-automatic sniper. Its special mod that can't be removed is very fun to use. It has been nerfed and then buffed again, so it should be the same for you as it is for me. What it does is it creates a black hole that tries to suck in everything around it and then explodes after a couple of seconds, dealing potentially massive damage. Just be very careful because you can get sucked in as well, so don't lay it anywhere close to you. Melee weapon, use whatever you like. I'm using Riven because that way I can get some health back if shit hits the fan. Armor that I'm using is, I'm gonna try to pronounce it, Osseous, because it gives 25% increased damage for 5 seconds after every kill. Bosses have tons of ads in almost every situation, and there are lots of smaller enemies that we kill instantly or with 2 shots, and that is why this buff will be active for most of the time. In some situations versus some bosses, maybe you can switch with Akari set because of the increased crit chance and less encumbrance, but that's up to you. Amulet that I'm wearing is Gunslinger's Charm because of the increased fire rate and reload speed. Very useful, but you can change it for something else if you like. The ring that I'm using is Braided Thorns because of the increased crit chance after killing an enemy. Works the same as Osseous set, just different bonus. If you don't like Braided Thorns, you can use Heart Seeker, Stone of Balance or Hunter's Band in its place. Maybe some other as well. Second ring slot is occupied by everyone's favorite Devouring Loop. It has been nerfed recently, so now instead of 25% with 20 points into Catalyst, you get 20%. As for traits, there is nothing unique here, you know the drill. Get that DPS up through Kingslayer, Executioner, Exploiter, Trigger Happy and some defensive bonuses through Vigor, Endurance, Mother's Blessing and so on. Trigger Happy is very important here to turn Particle Accelerator into semi-automatic rifle. To get it you need to upgrade any gun to level 20. So how to play this build? For the most part I'm using Particle Accelerator because it just works amazing at any range. At times I switch to submachine gun because it can do insane amount of damage up close with such huge fire rate and crit potential. Swarm is amazing against bosses and really any enemy in general. I use it when I'm up against tougher enemies, because for weaker ones I don't really need it. Black Hole is used all the time because it's fun as hell and helps with crowd control and overall DPS. That's really it. Try it out, tell me what you think and can it be improved even further, but so far this is the most powerful build I believe that I've come up with. Thank you for watching and see you soon, you brilliant bastards.